Welcome to the Have You Met Her Yet podcast, a podcast by Pink Crown Creative. I am your host, Lindsay Dent, the founder of Pink Crown Creative, a Vancouver-based marketing consulting company. This podcast was created to shine a spotlight on women in the workplace, who they are, what they do, why you should know them. In this week's episode, I speak with Fara Wood, a freelance makeup artist in Vancouver. She helps female entrepreneurs communicate their style and image so they can put their best face forward. I can't wait for you to meet Fara. I hope you enjoy this episode. Welcome to Have You Met Her Yet, my series that I created, which is now a podcast. Today I have Fara Wood with me, and she is the owner of Pure Beauty by Fara MUA. So Fara, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
I wanted to start off by asking a little bit about your story. So what is it that you do, who are you, and how did you get to where you are today in your career?
So I'm a freelance makeup artist, and the way I started was I was working as an engineer for the last 15 years, but wasn't really feeling like I was living my truth, and started my own business with Arbonne, which is a vegan beauty products, and then from there I got into the beauty side of things and really just realized I just didn't want to do the engineering anymore. It's really like cutthroat and male-dominated industry. So then when we moved to Vancouver a couple of years ago, I seen that there was a few makeup schools and thought, hey, why don't I give this a try? Mainly, I wanted to do something that could give back to the community too. I went to a fundraiser for Beauty Night Society, which helps women in the downtown east side, and that kind of inspired me and give me that extra push to go to school. And so then last fall, was it last year? Time flies fast. Last fall I quit my job and went back to school and graduated this spring, and now I'm out there just trying to build my business.
Yeah, congrats on quitting your job as well as graduating, two huge milestones. Where would you say your love for beauty and makeup kind of stem from?
I just always like to look good, and I like to help people feel good and look good. It's fun being creative and just being able to have fun with it, I guess.
Yeah, I love that. So speaking of beauty and makeup, are you able to tell us a little bit about your beauty routine and sort of what are the first things that you look to do to yourself when it comes to makeup?
Yeah, so basically every day I make sure to have a good skincare routine, because you need to make sure the canvas you're working with is nice and smooth. So I'll start with washing my face, putting on a serum and a moisturizer, and then also on top of that to make sure you get good rest and drink lots of water, because hydration is really the key to having nice skin. And then for makeup, I keep it pretty simple, because to be honest, I myself don't really like wearing much makeup. So I'll just put on like a primer, foundation, some eyeliner, and mascara.
Yeah, you always have like a very effortlessly chic look.
Thanks.
Very pretty. So you're a makeup artist. What kind of styles and what kind of looks are you most excited and passionate about to do for your clients?
I like to bring out people's natural beauty and just like enhance on that. I'm not, unless it's like a fashion shoot, I don't think you need to really pile on the makeup to look good. It's just about accentuating your features and just looking more wide awake.
Yeah, I think all of us need a little bit of energy boost and that sort of thing nowadays. So do you have anyone that you use as like a beauty muse? Are there any like celebrities or influencers or other makeup artists that you absolutely just love their look and sort of what they've created?
Yeah, so I guess I'm really bad with names. I guess on the like bridal side, I really like Fara and I'm really bad with names.
It's okay. It's all good. We'll roll with that one. So I know that Halloween just passed recently, and just kind of curious, are there any holidays that make you really excited as a makeup artist? Whether it's Halloween, I know that we kind of had a conversation recently about Halloween, but you know, is there a holiday that you're just really excited to either dress yourself up or dress a client up?
Yeah, I really love the holiday that's coming, like getting people ready for Christmas parties and holiday parties and stuff. I really like to do a little bit of glam and just get dressed up. I'm not really big on Halloween.
It's okay. I do notice that Vancouver is really big on Halloween.
Yeah.
I mean, being from Ontario, a lot of people dress up their homes here, and there's fireworks. Like, the firework thing throws me off every year. I think there's gunshots happening, and I'm not used to this level of excitement for Halloween here.
I know.
Although I love it, but it's definitely next level. Okay, so the next question I have, so of course, a lot of your beauty routine involves Arbonne products. So is there 3 products from Arbonne that you would say are your favorites? And then also 3 products that are not Arbonne that you would say are your favorites or that you recommend?
Yeah, so I guess my 3 favorite products from Arbonne would be their RE9 serum, which is like infused with orange peptides and vitamin C. So then it really helps to like smooth out your skin and soften any wrinkles you might have and just keep a youthful glow. And then the other product is their primer. Is really great. I find my makeup like doesn't shift at all and I can wear it day to night. And the third product would be their mascara, which is vitamin infused. So I noticed when I started using their mascara, my lashes wouldn't fall out anymore and they looked a lot fuller just naturally.
Oh, that's really good to know. Very cool. And then 3 that are non-Arbonne products that you like or that you're excited about.
Let me think. I really love Kat Von D's shadow palettes. Those are really nice. They're highly pigmented, so you don't really need to put much on. And then there's the Glow Drops by Cover Effects. Those are really great if you want to add a little to your foundation and do a little highlighting on the cheekbone.
Oh, I love that. That's cool.
And then the third product would probably be Bite. Even though it's not like completely vegan. They do have really good lip balm.
Oh, okay.
An overnight lip balm to keep your lips moist and soft.
Okay, cool. So I guess I have a question. I'm not sure if this is putting you on the spot or not, but can you explain a bit more about what completely vegan products are?
Sure. So it does get a little confusing, and it really just comes down to the person's personal values. So we would hope when a product is vegan, they're also cruelty-free. You hope that assumption. But not all vegan products are necessarily the best products for you. You really have to look deeper into the ingredients that they're using, because you could be vegan, but you're still using the bad chemicals in the product.
Right, right.
As opposed to like the more natural botanical ingredients. So you have to look out for things like the PG and propylene and things like that in a makeup product if what you value is having good ingredients. But if you're just concerned about animal cruelty and not having any animal byproducts in there, then just look for the vegan symbol.
Okay, so if someone was to look for vegan only products, there's a special symbol that will make sure that it's certified. Yeah.
There's if you go to like PETA.org, they'll have the different symbols, explanations for you. And you can also go to my blog on my website, and I have a little article there that explains all the different categories of between vegan, organic, cruelty-free.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really helpful. So I guess my next question that I have for you is, you mentioned earlier that you got a lot of inspiration from the beauty night that you do. And so are you able to explain a little bit more about what that night looks like, sort of how you got involved and sort of what the impact has been since you've been a part of it?
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Beauty Night is an organization that provides complimentary beauty services to the women in the downtown east side. So we go visit different shelters and halfway homes, because we think that self-care and being loved on is an important part to a person's recovery.
Yeah, that's really beautiful.
So a typical night, it depends how many volunteers come out and the different skill sets, but usually we try to have massage, nails, makeup, haircuts, and just have an evening filled with fun and pampering and get to know the ladies, and also if they want to open up to us and have a safe space for them to open up.
Oh, that's really amazing. If someone wanted to be a part of that, how would you suggest they go about it?
Yeah, so if you just can find on Facebook Beauty Night Society, or go to beautynight.org, and we're always looking for volunteers. And you don't need to be a beauty professional. Like if you're just naturally good at doing something, like we welcome people from everywhere.
Oh, that's so nice.
And men and women.
Oh, great. And are you servicing both men and women, or you're having people come in who are men and women to do the services?
So we service mainly women.
Okay.
But then men too can come in to certain places. Like some places don't allow men there, but
Right.
certain places men can come. We have some barbers that come.
Oh, that's so nice. I love that. Okay, so before I get into some deeper questions, I wanted you to share a bit more about your business and some of the things that you offer as a makeup artist.
Okay, Sorry, what was the question?
So your business, what do you offer?
Oh, so myself, I'm specializing in like makeup for headshots or photo shoots or lifestyle photos for other entrepreneurs, as well as bridal. And I also do makeup tutorials for people who might need a little advice on how to do their makeup.
Awesome. Love it. Okay, so the first question I have for you is, what is one piece of valuable advice that you would give to someone who wants to get into your field?
I guess the most valuable advice would be to be open-minded and not go in with like a preconception of like, I went to school, so now I'll leave and I'll be automatically a star or something. To be humble and embrace all the experiences that come to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's really important to,
like, I guess, get over yourself in a way.
mm-hmm. Like, open yourself up to opportunities and experiences without sort of like the title of what you think you should be. But, you know, being humble, I think, is really important.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. So what is one thing that you will make happen this year? I know that there's a few months left, so maybe 2020. What is one thing that you want to make happen for 2020?
My goal, I guess, is to get my calendar booked.
Oh, yeah.
Just to make sure I'm like a full-time working artist and make connections with people and work on more like sets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just get more established and in my flow.
Love it. That's awesome. So I know you touched on before your past work experiences, especially working in a male-dominated industry. What is one valuable piece of advice that you can give to a woman to overcome those type of challenges in the workplace?
Probably to not be who you're not. Like, some women feel like they have to be more manly and kind of, I guess in a way, stoop down to their level.
Mm-hmm.
And not to be afraid to speak up for yourself. Because I know a lot of women think when you speak up for yourself, people tag you as a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But really, you have the right to express yourself, so don't ever be scared.
Yeah, it's really true. I do find sometimes women are afraid to be aggressive, but sometimes you need to be aggressive to get what you want. And I mean, it shouldn't even really be labeled as aggression. It should be labeled as confidence and
assertiveness.
Assertiveness, exactly. The next question I have is, what are 3 things that someone has told you that you are good at or that they admire you for?
I guess people usually comment at how calm I am in situations.
Yeah.
Like, if something happens, like the other night, the car situation the other night.
Do you want to share a bit more about that?
Sure. So, embarrassing story. Lindsay and I were leaving an event the other night, and I was the DD, and we had parked on a really steep hill, so I used my brake, and I told her, I'm like, remind me at the end of the night to turn off the brake, because I never use it, and I knew I'd forget. And then we're leaving, and the car was making a clunking sound.
Like it sounded like there was a body under the car.
Yeah.
It was so loud.
Like I seriously thought something was gonna fall off the car without thinking about the brake. So we pull over, we call AMA, I call my husband to come get us. And a minute before they get there, I remembered that I had the brake on, and that was the noise. Normally you'd expect a light on the dashboard.
Yeah, or
something.
Yeah.
But no, because it's a really old car. So, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people get too excited about things, and I'm like, why? It's just, it'll resolve itself. So I usually keep an even keel mind.
Yeah, no, you're very calm in that situation.
And then, I'm not sure what else. Obviously makeup.
Yep, definitely.
How I do my makeup. And I guess that apparently I'm a really nice person.
That's incredible. Those are great things to have, especially as an entrepreneur. I mean, of course, being skilled at what you do, being calm is really important. I mean, you and I both can agree that things get really crazy sometimes as an entrepreneur, and when shit hits the fan, you need to find a way to be calm and get back to, what's actually important and what is worth spending your money screaming and shouting and crying on. And being nice is huge. I mean, it costs nothing to be nice to people. And I think being nice, especially in the industry that you're in, is really going to get you far. So those are really great qualities that I think will help you continue to be successful for sure.
Need to spread more love around instead of hating on people.
Yeah, exactly. So a little bit on that note, how would you say that you keep motivated?
I guess just having my list of things I have to do every day, and having my end goal, and just I learned that when you write your goals down, then you're more likely to achieve them. So I just make sure every week I look back on what I've achieved and what I need to do. And then my husband is my biggest cheerleader.
Oh, that's great.
So like, we all know as entrepreneurs, we have our days where we're just like, my husband just like, nope, you gotta get out of bed and carpe diem.
Yeah.
It's like, no time for pity party.
Yeah. Wise words, that is for sure. What is one thing that you wish someone had shared with you before you got into the work world? So it could be either in your entrepreneurial journey or in your working career since you got out of school.
Oh, that's a tough question. My dad always gave me lots of advice. I think he covered most things.
Is there anything that sticks out that he gave you?
Basically, going back to working in a man's world, to not compromise your values, and to be you. But I guess another thing, which a lot of people don't do when they start working, is to learn how to save money. The best advice I got was to start a tax-free savings account. And when I was working, as a waitress or in my cousin's salon and stuff, to just, as soon as you start working, from when you're a kid, to just put any tips or anything in there, and eventually it grows. So like now 20 years later, I'm able to put a down payment on a house.
Yeah, that's really valuable. I do find that I wish financing and budgeting and math for real life is taught more in school. I mean, I hate math. I hated math in high school, elementary school, etc. But there's certain life skills that I wish were more important. And budgeting
about finances in school.
No, definitely.
That's probably the most important thing you need to know.
Yeah, and saving and how to open a tax-free savings account, how to budget, how to start saving for a down payment. I mean, a lot of these things are mentioned, but I don't feel like they're properly ingrained in us as a society to make sure it's a must.
Definitely. And then you just find people getting into unnecessary debt, and like we all did it when we were younger, but yeah, probably the financial thing.
Yep, definitely. What is one accomplishment since you've graduated and started your company that you are extremely proud of? Or it could be graduating as well, but I mean, if there's something different, feel free to share.
I guess just getting out there and being more social, because like my nature is more of an introvert, so I guess since I've finished school, I've been more outgoing and just more out there. Like I never thought I'd do makeup tutorials on a video or go to networking events and meet people, so that's a big step for me.
Yeah, that's huge. I've definitely seen a difference since I've met you as well, and sometimes it takes those small moments to branch yourself out, and then you never know what they're going to bring you into, doing little tutorials and other things like that. So it's kind of cool that that's something that's a big thing for you. The next question I have is, what is one thing that a random stranger has said to you that has had the biggest impact on your life? Or maybe done, if you can't think of something that they've said.
I guess being bullied when I was younger is a big impact. And then as an adult, you just kind of learn to not get pushed around. Teaches you not to get pushed around, and then just being able to like use my platform to try and help other young women with their self-esteem and that. So yeah, I love that. I feel like with your business, that's really come full circle. That you're helping build self-esteem, especially with what you're doing at Beauty Night. And I mean, your business in general is helping people feel good about themselves. The next question I had was, what is something that you like to do that is traditionally considered masculine? I guess drink beer.
Yeah. Any favorite brands that you like?
Probably Parallel 49.
The East Van. Which flavor do you like the best?
The East Van Pilsner.
Yeah. Very nice. And so your husband's from Scotland, right? What kind of do you like about the pub experience when you go to Scotland, and what kind of beers do you like when you go over there?
Yeah, the pubs are really nice there. It's funny, his friends laugh at me because wherever we go, whether it's like a rundown place or somewhere nice, everything looks fabulous to me because
Yeah.
they're all in old historical buildings.
Oh, yeah.
So I never know the difference of where we are.
Mm-hmm.
And then just the atmosphere, everyone's really friendly, and we always have a good time. And I guess my favorite beer would be the Brewdog.
Mm-hmm.
I like going there when we go over to like in the city, go into Glasgow or Edinburgh or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I completely agree with you on the pubs. Whenever I go home to England with Rory, there's so many beautiful pubs that for sure people think are run down and not the nicest, but there's just something about them. Their character, they all look like they're from, you know, Harry Potter land, and everything is just really cute and has a lot of character. So it's hilarious that that's what we view as something that is, you know, I mean, there's a lot of history and stuff too, right?
Yeah, definitely. And just how we like value things too.
Yeah.
Like here, I find we're very, how do you say, superficial.
Yep.
And there people are more down to earth.
Mm-hmm.
And appreciate the more, you know, historical things rather than shiny and new. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I do find that we live in a society that tears down old and, you know, buffs up new and makes it nice and fun and shiny, but we lose a lot of our history that way, and I do appreciate the culture there where, you know, they really put an importance on knowing their roots and kind of sticking to the authentic look of things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question I have is, this can be, I guess, for your business. Is there anything that you wish existed that doesn't yet? So whether it was to make your job easier, to make your life easier.
Yes. And I'm planning to kind of work on this invention one day.
Ooh, I like it.
So, unofficially trademarked, no one can steal this idea. A brush dryer. The most annoying thing is after a job, like this week, I worked the last 2 days and then I'm working this weekend. And so today was major brush cleaning day.
Oh yeah, for your makeup brushes.
And then I'm like nervous if they don't dry in time for the next job. So just to have a good brush dryer, right now I just set them out on one of those cloth dish nets to absorb the water and put a fan there and use all the tricks we learned in school, but still, I'm like, I want something that I can just put on and it dries. And
that would be incredible. I'm really, really bad with cleaning my brushes, and the only reason or trigger for me to do it is when I start getting breakouts, and then I'm like, oh no, I need to clean my brushes. So maybe you can share a bit more about your tips. How often do you clean your brushes? What do you use to clean them? I'm sure there's tons of people that don't even know what to do.
Yeah, so usually I clean my personal brushes once a week. Obviously I clean the brushes I use for work, like right after the job. But I use, you can get a brush cleaner. I like to use one from, what is it called again? I forget the brand, but they have it at Whole Foods, and so it uses natural oils and not like harsh chemicals in it. I like to use that to first spray on and dry brush my brush to disinfect it, and then afterwards I take a mild facial cleanser. Like I use the Arbonne's calm cleanser, which has like the aloe and cucumber in it to shampoo my brushes. And then I hold my brushes between my hands and just kind of roll them back and forth.
Oh, okay.
So that helps get excess water out. And then the way in school they teach us is to put paper towel on top of a towel for it to dry. Mm-hmm. But I find that wasting a lot of paper towel.
Right.
So I went and bought the cloth dish mats.
Oh, yeah.
So I lay it on that instead. And depending on the weather, so when it's more humid, I have to pull out the fan. Mm-hmm. Usually in the summer, my brushes dry pretty quick, mm-hmm. but in the winter, it's a little harder, so I have to pull out a fan on top of that and just let them dry.
Okay, yeah, so definitely a process for someone who does it all the time with clients and that you have to do it once a week. I mean, that invention sounds like incredible right now. So I look forward to that eventually, because I definitely know how time consuming it could be. And I mean, I'm just using the brushes on myself, so I can't imagine the capacity that you need to have done that. All right. So the next question I have is, what do you think people automatically assume about you when they meet or look at you for the first time?
I guess that I'm really shy and quiet. Most people assume that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is there anything else that you would like them to know without that assumption? Like, do you feel like you are shy, or do you feel like you could actually be a bit more outgoing, or that you have anything else?
I can be shy. I guess it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just like feel someone's vibe and right away just start chatting, or I guess it depends on the situation.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that is pretty much the end of my questions, but the last thing I wanted to talk about is what sort of is coming up in your business? Is there anything that you want to share? Anything that you're going to be a part of?
I'm just keeping busy working on different photo shoots for different businesses, and then I have an exciting project with Beauty Night Society that we've been working on. I don't know if I'm really allowed to tell the whole thing, but we've been doing photo shoots with women in the downtown east side, so there's more to come on that. Okay. So if you keep posted on my Instagram at Pure Beauty by Fara MUA, you'll find out more about the project. Anywhere else that people can find you if they want to book your services or learn more about the things that you're up to? My website is purebeautybyfaramua.com, and you'll find my portfolio and a place to contact me and a blog to learn a little bit about beauty tips and tricks. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks for having me. You're welcome. I appreciate it. And please check out Fara's work and all of her stuff on Instagram, as well as her website. And thanks so much. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I greatly appreciate the time that you took to listen and learn a bit more about another woman in business who is truly moving and shaking the world. If you enjoyed listening to this episode, please subscribe, rate, review, and share it with a friend who you think might enjoy it too. These small actions truly mean the world to a small business owner like myself. Fara has generously given our listeners 20% off for your next makeover. Please reference this episode and redeem this offer by February 29th of 2020 at purebeautybyfaramua.com. If you're a business owner looking for inspiration and guidance in growing your business, I would love to help you.
I also will be giving my listeners $25 off my Creativity Strategy Hour. By using promo code Creativity and Love, you can use it at checkout and get it on my website, which is available on the show notes, or at www.pinkcrowncreative.com. You can also stay up to date with the latest podcast releases, behind the scenes, and insider info about each guest by following us on Instagram at Have You Met Her Yet series, or by signing up for our weekly newsletter, which will bring each episode right to your inbox. Thank you so much for listening. It truly means the world. We wish you a wonderful week and hope that it is filled with creativity and love.